Today I'm going to talk about the Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club by accomplished author Martha Hall Kelly. It's an easy and surprisingly light historical fiction end of summer read. The Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club transports you easily to another time and place where rural beauty and solitude and simplicity and ocean breezes clash with the fears of World War II. The story is told in two timelines, which I really liked, beginning in 2016 with Californian Mary traveling to Martha's Vineyard to look up the elderly Mrs. Devereaux, whose name Mary had found written by her deceased mother on a slip of paper. Mary wants to find out the significance of the name and of the person. But the majority of the story takes place in 1942, as Mrs. Devereaux tells the story of the inhabitants of the house and farm on which she now lives. Through Mrs. Devereaux's story, we meet resilient and kind old Ginny Smith and her three grandchildren. Tom is a dashing, charismatic young man who is sent off to fight in the war. Cadence is a beautiful and talented writer with big aspirations. And Briar is a wise, somewhat suspicious person who knows a lot about history and warfare and who's some think to be a little strange. We also meet Bess, who comes from a wealthy family but chooses to live a more Spartan life with the Smiths. The young ladies, along with Grandma Ginny and her friend Margaret, form the Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club as a comforting respite from the worry of war. But the club soon becomes a foil for their mission to find an alleged spy and hopefully diminish the ravages of the war. Along the way we meet neighbors, high society ladies, dashing army personnel, eccentric townspeople, and a good-looking bicycle mechanic in idyllic landscapes and quaint townships and a breezy oceanside. But who might be the alleged spy? And that's all I'm going to tell you about the plot. But trust me, there's enough twists and turns to keep you engaged. There are plenty of side stories and themes in the Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club. There's references to some classic novels that you'll recognize. There's romance. There's that gap between the ultra-rich and the poor, especially in hard times. There's career and future aspirations. There's loyalty and the question of doing the right thing for the time. There's strength and resilience. And of course, there's plenty of history about the role of Martha's Vineyard during World War II. The Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club is an easy read over a couple of days. I thought the strength of the book is the smooth and descriptive writing. You can almost feel and see and smell life on Martha's Vineyard. I also really liked how the story showed the direct and indirect impact of war on the innocent public. The story might be just a little too convenient in places, but hey, it's a novel, not a textbook. And be sure to read right to the end of the author's note to see how she developed her characters and to learn the history of Martha's Vineyard in World War II, which lend credence to the story. Some reviewers actually like the author's note better than the story itself. Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club by Martha Hall Kelly.